Welcome back, everyone, to Thea the Awakening. We'll get loaded in here real quick. Take a few minutes to reacquaint ourselves with where we left off yesterday and then jump into this. Big thing that comes to mind, we took on a couple shadow giants. Did alright there, and then we had to clear out some werewolf dens. And I believe our party is surrounded by werewolves, is where we left off yesterday. But we will start with our village real quick. We are making some dragon armor and dragon shields for our units. We also finished a few of the amazing axes that we will equip as soon as we make it back. Assuming we make it back. We were pretty much done with buildings, with the exception of upgrading what we already have. Like, the barracks is very low quality. We need to improve that soon. As well as the herbalist hut. Manger, I don't really care. The main thing was getting the 10 points on our gatherers. As far as attracting beasts and animal kinship, doesn't matter that much to me. So a few buildings we need to upgrade. And then here's our main group surrounded by a few hard fights. We'll have to tackle those very quickly, and our weaklings are just sitting here begging us to save them, and while they're doing so, collecting the much precious dragon leather that we need. So let's get into it. Alright, this one isn't so bad. It's a single werewolf, a single alpha wolf, and then 4 the regular wolves. The one that you just saw run up north and is right here is 4 werewolves, 2 alpha wolves, and like 7 regular wolves. Good day, noob. How are you? Welcome back. Time to Van Helsing out on some of these wolves. Hunting is an option. As long as we succeed, we would take no wounds. But as we saw yesterday, we're not that great at hunting. It took a lot of careful planning to succeed at it. I still would rather avoid the wounds. Let's do it. It shouldn't be quite as stressful as the 5 skull one was. At least we got one of our decent cards. Alright, options. I doubt anything but this counter offense is going to work. So let's go ahead and use that now. Got rid of a level 9. That's 14 damage. That is redonkulous. None of my confuses are going to work. You're an expert at hunting now? Totally. Not the greatest of starts for us. We do have a first action we can use. That will be the way to go, because we can first action Beast Prov to kill this one. That would avoid the 14 damage we're looking at. So given that, let's send out Pinello. She'll be able to absorb that damage and start to poke at that. I think we're going to go with Leviathan. And then our Shade to be the meat shield for us. Or we're gonna first action him, kills this one. That's 5 damage on this one. He might or might not hit this one. And needs to do 4 more. So what we could do, oh, we don't have any really good supports. We could do this one, but that doesn't seem right. I think we're gonna send the Shade out to be our meat shield. I will never doubt your ability again. That's right. Have faith and focus. We got this. So what I'm going to do here is our meat shield's going to be more than just a meat shield. You're going to be my first action card, so I need to save you. But you are actually better as a support ally than a fighter. So we will support with you. That allows our shade to actually dish out the damage with us. So we have one more coming out. And I think we've reached the point where I'm going to let the rest come out and then make my battle plan. Yeah. Okay, beef that one up. That's not a problem. So let's go ahead and first action Beast Prob before I forget. So he kills this one. Penello's gonna just kind of anger that one, but we'll survive its hit. And then 12, 16, 17. Ideally, Leviathan will whittle away at this one's shield and the shade will kill this one. But if not, then Beast Prob will still kill it on the first round, and these guys will continue attacking this way. So that's good there. Slava is not much of a meat shield, but that's pretty much going to be her function. So absorb that damage, and then Ebentide, you're on the... You got the rear, buddy. You need to do a lot of damage to kill this last card. So you're only useful for support allies, so let's get that out. You're more useful doing your damage than support ally, and you, if your target is wounded, you're gonna do 11 damage. Otherwise you do 8, so you're still more useful getting closer. So we will get closer, get closer. Okay. Yes, hit the shade. Hit the shade. Fuck yeah. We lost nobody. We got this. Got a little lucky in the AI's choice of who to hit. We are going to start with Johnny Slav because he's a badass. There is at least one spear attack that I saw in there. So let's send Penello out. And there's that spear. What do we got? We can... Ooh. Actually, I don't think that's going to work. I think everything was... Well, there's a level 9, so this has a chance. Nope. Wasted card. Alright, his attack's a little bit of waste. It's going to kill that one. But I could first action somebody to do that for me. Like Ebentide here. There, he kills that one. Now Janislav can kill this one. Penello's going to do 5 damage to that. 17. Just need to do 4 more, which, right there. So that's all of the active cards dead now, which means we've already won this fight. We'll just send the last few out just in case. Much easier that time. Got a lot of bones of varying kinds out of that. And a not so useful two-handed sword. We will break that down. Okay, one threat neutralized. Now we need to take care of these orcs and then head towards the really scary wolf that we will definitely be hunting. And orcs, I'm going to socialize you. Because now the wolves are useless. And the orcs aren't that great at social challenges either. Let's see. get a couple, or a single counter offense out. 6 damage incoming, and we need to deal 6 damage. Janislav is up to the task. We have a third card. Alright, we'll send... If we send Alzbeta out, they're going to put a wolf to absorb that attack. And I don't like that. So we're going to start with Ubislava. There's the said wolf. Let's go ahead and get some counter tactics out. We can kill that guy. Alright. We could only confuse the wolf, and that's pointless. It does 0 damage. So, no matter what direction he hits, he kills. No matter what direction she hits, she kills. I'll clean up what's left, and then these guys will clear out the discard pile. And then we will break their weapons right in front of them, because they're crappy weapons anyways. We are over encumbered again. You're super heavy, but you're made out of super heavy materials as well, so breaking you down isn't going to do much for us. You do have steel, which we kind of want. What do we got? We don't really need the dark wood. Let's drop off 20 of them for 200. Barely enough, but it'll get us by. Let's head toward this werewolf.
You fall through the ground into a dark and stale tunnel. The fall was rough, but it is possible to make your way back up.
That is an option, Eventide, but that's movement I don't really care to use. And the the wood isn't too useful for us, so just leave it there. And it stays on the map for quite a while, so I could always come back and pick it up if I wanted. Alright, this is the choose a side dwarf or dragon challenge again.
You venture deeper and deeper into the tunnel until you reach a crossroads.
So we are going to go left to get more mithril. We're not ready for the dragon yet.
You feel a slight draft from the left tunnel, and so you believe this one will lead you out. To the right, however, you hear a faint breathing of something big. This could be interesting or deadly.
We're going to continue left.
You turn left and travel for some time until you reach a small chamber. Beyond it, you can see a doorway leading upwards.
Alright.
You see an old dwarf, clearly asleep, in a hidden alcove of the chamber. In fact, were it not for slight signs of breathing, you'd think he was a statue.
And we don't get anything from sneaking past him, so I'm going to wake his ass up.
He looks longingly at the doors, then turns to you.
I was charged with guarding these tunnels. It is the last honor left to me. I cannot let anyone leave.
Why?
These tunnels were once the gateway to our home. During the darkness, the gates have been shut forever to defend against the evils outside. And yet, honor does not permit leaving these halls unprotected. No one in, no one out.
But it was an accident.
You fell through. The shame. These walls were meant to last forever.
Social. Dwarves are not good at social challenges. Poke, she kills, and oh, this counter tactic will work. I can confuse that one too, so this fight is super easy. We need to do 11 damage. Me and Beast Prov can handle that, and then the rest will clean up that card in the discard pile.
And so you see Master Dwarf. You must fix the tunnels and then keep your watch. But we're just going to leave you to it. The dwarf nods and hurries off into the tunnel. He throws you a bag and shouts,
"Thank you, kind travelers. Take my gift and leave."
So both very good resources, and this shield is a good quality version of what we made for our Villi. So it's an improvement for her, and probably lighter weight. Very good gift. Thank you very much, dwarf. Alright, let's take a look. 8, 10, and 5 versus 11, 14, and 6. Hell yeah. And it's nearly 30 weight lighter. I don't think, yeah, still not enough to equip the armor, but now we only need a single point of strength to do so. Very, very nice. But we are once again encumbered. This shield should be good for somebody. Yeah, it's a small upgrade for me. And 6 and 8. This is an upgrade for him. Kind of the trickle down effect. 4, 4, and 1. This is an upgrade. Nice. Cool beans. Alright, and then we can just destroy that shield because it's not useful to us anymore, and I don't care about the materials it was made out of. That puts us close. We really don't need basic bones. Alright, that's as far as we can move this turn. Let's hunt the werewolves. Hunt. While I feel good about fighting a single werewolf, fighting 4 of them in a single fight, that sounds pretty dangerous. Alright. Hey, we got our Janislav, the badass gatherer. You're starting us out, buddy. Oh, and you got poked. Can we first action somebody? Yes, we can. We can first action 2 somebodies. You do 10 damage, Lord you. Which makes you the prime option to be first actioned and kill this thing. And then he'll kill that one. So, given that, I kind of do want to first action 2 people. Lord you and myself. To kill these things so that his attack is actually useful on whatever comes out next. Your counter offense will work. We got rid of a level 5. Damn it, that means this would have worked. Probably not anymore though. Oh well. Alright, let's send Pinello out. Finished my horse run. Damn, that was quick. You must have played quite a bit. Had a bug come up with seducing the bandit leader event. What kind of bug was it? What happened? So yeah, I definitely want Janislav's attack to hit this one. So we will be first actioning these 2. These guys don't do a whole hell of a lot. So we're just going to wait and let all of these tactical cards come out. Okay, they buffed this one quite a bit, but Pinello can handle that hit, and our shade will be the back end meat shield just in case. So I want to first action myself to hit this one first, and then first action Lord you to hit that one. So I go out first. First action. Make sure I didn't waste my other one. Yeah, I didn't. Okay. And then Lord you, first action. So he kills that one, I killed that one, Janislav kills that one, Pinello pokes that one to annoy it. It's gonna poke back and hurt, but we're okay with that. Your damage is not more than your support, so we're gonna support the shade for that. You do no damage, so the port's your best option. As far as you go, as long as the target's wounded, you do a crap ton of damage, so you're going to get closer. And that's that. Alright, nice and easy now. That was the level 5, so we'll use this one now. And we have no counter tactics, but that's quite alright. We again have our 2 first actioners. Not as useful this time, because we need to do 14 damage. And it's not wounded. What if I did 5, 9, 10, 16 if it's wounded? That's an option. Yeah, let's do that. So Johnny Slav next. So we want Pinello to go first. Then Ubislava. Oh, nope, I fucked it up already. I should have had the Ubislava go first and then Pinello. Damn it, this isn't going to be enough now. 5, 9, 10, 13. It's 1 shy. So we will support ally and then first action. That still works out. Janislav kills this one, and then everyone else will whittle away at the last one. More bones. And not so useful anymore. Alright. Our weak links are nice and safe once again. It's a dangerous assumption. We are encumbered yet again. Because we keep picking up freaking bones. Monster bones aren't that useful either. We only need to drop 15 and then we'll run home. Yeah. Assuming we get no more events. Our weak links have plenty of supplies. And they need to hang out for a long time collecting a bunch of leather for us. Ooh. We just kind of weaved around them without knowing it. They're not scary at all. I don't really care who they hit, we'll be fine. So I'm not going to hunt them. Oh, and we have our food still on. Gotta stop making that mistake. Oh, we want that. Okay, let's drop off all of our miscellaneous stuff and resupply. We don't need that much. We only need 35 for the Sunstroke event. We do need to restock our food. We have plenty of ancient wood, acceptable amount of mithril and moonstone. We haven't even found amber, let alone diamond, to even try to restock that. We are gathering dragon leather as we speak. We have a respectable amount of dragon bone. Let's see. Let's restock this. We have more cherries than we really need. We do need to restock our veggies. 12 people, 50 days. Talking 600. We also need to restock our wood. What else for food? Let's restock our seaweed. Go ahead and take all the jerky. Let's restock the bigos. Both types of bigos. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's just take an extra because that's not going to last long. And then gear that we made. What do we have? Well, we have the dragon armors we made. We have the various gambled shields that I'm not looking to see what we got, so that I can still be surprised by it. What are we gonna go get? Maybe I should just go quest, though we do still need gear. In which case, we do need more mithril and dragon bone. But we do need to find those gems, so no, we need to explore. You should know where amber is, no? I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure we haven't found any yet. Let's do that now. Amber. We have not discovered a single piece of amber yet. Alright, now this new wonderful gear that we have. Who's gonna get what? So, divination helps with hex challenges. It's poison in a hex challenge. Attractiveness is social. Will is both social and hex as far as health goes. Herbalism, you don't need. Only on your medic, and really only the medic that's in the village. So that's a useless one for us, really. Bad quality makes that one useless. And again, herbalism. So these three I don't really care about. Which leaves these three for us to equip. And then we also have our leech armor. Eventide has the best armor in the game. He has leech armor, but it's not as good. So we will upgrade him slightly. As far as his shield goes, I'm happy with the magic shield that he's got. You get a brand new axe. Look at that beautiful thing. It nearly... Actually, it does triple her damage. So, yeah. Thank you. We're at 51, 73, 83, max 93. Damn near breaking 100. I accept this. We no longer need this will armor. We're going to give her an upgrade. Bisprav. This is actually a bigger upgrade than it looks like because it's plus 3 armor and then minus 92 weight carried by him. So who's... I think it's still too heavy for her, yep. Nobody's in danger of being over encumbered, really. I could put it on her, though, just to give her that extra armor for the time being until she can equip this. That wouldn't be a horrible idea. Let's give her the lower armor one. Beast Prop can have that one. Shields. Is it really worth putting on anyone over the magic? I don't think so. Oh, you get the other axe. Hell yeah. The reason this is so exciting, elves naturally have piercing attacks no matter what you put on them. You could put a hammer on them and they'll still have the pierce. Actually, I don't know. I haven't tested that now that I think about it. I don't know if the hammer's trample attack overrides the elf's piercing or not. But anyways, it's better to give them a two-handed axe because they still retain their piercing attack and they get the max damage out of it. So our elf here does 47, 83, 93. So 47 of it is for the piercing. So that's a 23 piercing attack. And then when she does her actual attack, it's going to be 47, 83, 93. And if it's wounded, which it will be because she poked it, 103 damage. That's a lot of damage. So if you take that 103 with her poke, that's 126 damage right there. That's a giant killing attack right there. On one person. That's super nice. And that's about all we're going to be able to do. Oh, wait. She can enjoy a shield. You have divination already, so this will help you out more. Nice. And let's drop all that random gear off. And then if we look at our people, A Leashy's hair wouldn't be a bad idea for our medics. At least until we start gambling for the medic weapons. We need a two-handed sword. Oh, we need another two-handed axe. Totally missed that. We need two-handed swords. 2 one-handed axes. A two-handed hammer. And that's it. So let's get those queued up. So we needed one-handed axes. I think the best is going to be the ancient wood type ones. 17th, yeah. That's 37, max 44. That's pretty good. I like the look of those shields. Which ones? The dragon shields? So let's queue up 2 of those. We need 2 two-handed swords. Again, it's going to be the dragon bone and ancient wood combination to give us... Oh, I take that back. It's going to be the ancient wood and mithril. Maybe it was dragon leather. Let's find out. Nope, it's this one. This is what I prefer for two-handed swords because that's 30 base with a 40 max damage from a sword. Decent shielding. Let's pop that one up to the top. Make 2 of those. Moonstone version used to be my favorite Eventide, but because of the magic, but now when you compare the damage from the ancient wood version, it's actually more with the poison than the Moonstone one. So this one was base 30, max 40. If we look at what we get when we make a Moonstone sword, we get 35. So it kind of does the average of the two and then adds that 5 magic. Whereas I would like to try to maximize my damage. Ancient wood and Moonstone one-handed axe. Alright, let's take a look at that. One-handed axe. Moonstone. Ancient wood. So 28 max 35 versus what did we do? That? Ooh. No, the leech swings this one over the edge. Because this is 37 max 44 versus the 28 max 35. So that's almost a difference of 10 damage for just 2 magic, which we really don't need because we're getting magic on our shields. So we got 2-handed swords, one-handed axes, and we need another 2-handed axe for our warrior, who I think was Eventide, that I completely forgot about. Yeah, it was Eventide. Oh, we needed a 2-handed mace, and then potentially something for them. Warhammers. So these are another example where I used to go with the magic warhammer. But since I've found better supplies of magic, this is 32 damage, whereas if I went with a ancient wood one, so to recap, 32, whereas this does 30 max 38 and still gives us a little bit of magic, or no, that's worse. So it's the ancient wood moonstone one. You're sacrificing 2 points of magic to do more max damage. Move both of those up. And then we'll put the work on this one. And then pop it to the very top. There, once all of that's done, we're pretty much decently geared out weapon-wise on our exploring group. But for now, we need to keep exploring to find our precious gems. And we have fully explored everything that is south and west and north of our village and found nothing gem-wise. So we need to start exploring this area, which wouldn't be a bad idea because that should, in theory, let us wrap down and get this area. We also need to enable our wood before I forget. So yeah, let's get that going. I'm trying to think of the best path. It might be better to just go through the snow. That's going to slow us down. And we have to go through the snow no matter what to get up here. So yeah, let's go this way. And we'll just kind of backtrack on this section. Looks like weak links are being hit by some skeletons. This is more like the fight they can handle. We get first action. Undead can have spears, so we need a shielded unit. Veroslav will handle that. Did you ever beat the werewolves yesterday? So I did the werewolf lair as the last action of yesterday. It was a very stressful fight because we hunted them instead of doing the fight, and it turns out I have 2 cards that are good for hunting, and then the rest are crap. Yeah, as Eventide says, it was an epic fight. We managed to do it. And then I started today's stream with hunting the straggler werewolf groups that were still running around my weak link party. Alright, he kills this one. No problem. So, we get 2 cards. Counter offense has very good chances of working. And then we can poke this guy. Not quite the kill, but good enough. Send out the rest of my warriors to be safe, and we're done. What do we got? Bad quality, no thank you. Good quality, but low stats. And good quality, but a single point in gathering. No thank you. Oh man, I missed the finishing up yesterday's video on YouTube. Well, the good thing about YouTube, it's always there, so you can always go back and watch it if you wanted to.
A figure clad in a ragged dark green cloak slowly approaches your party. As he gets closer, it is
we get
clear
another
he is
elf.
barefooted and carries nothing more than the clothes on his back. Seeing your party, the figure takes off the hood to reveal a gaunt, tired face of an elf, with his blackened, sad eyes looking straight through the souls of your men. Despite the evident sickliness, there remains an air of grace, a whisper of bygone beauty in the forgotten ancient creature. He stretches his arms before you in a gesture of peace, but does not speak.
Let us cure him.
The dark curse upon this creature runs deep within, as if the very fiber of his existence was now tainted. You cannot hope to cleanse it, but you may try to lessen its effects. Beware.
Queue up another battle. Yeah, totally. Let's help him. And you'd think they would make this a little harder because getting elves so easily just seems a little broken. The poke isn't going to be enough to kill it. Or is it? That's 2, so 7, 9. It's going to be 1 damage shy. Whereas, ooh, I know, we're going to poke with her to do nothing. Poke with him to wound it. She'll kill it with her poison damage. And then he'll do whatever he's going to do to this one. while we're at it, let's just go ahead and counter offense. And so she kills this one. He does not kill that one. He's 1 damage shy. Now he kills it. And then we need to do 10 damage to kill this one. Bam, Leviathan has it. The Shade will go next. And we will just get closer with the little bit of damage we have. And we're done.
You take out the fresh carcass of a chicken.
Chicken
you
dance.
Spread the blood on the face of the elf who stares at you blankly. You perform a dance on your left foot, and you call out to your gods for power. You weave the winds of magic and create a protective shield that now runs through the stranger's heart, lifting some of the darkness. He looks shocked and speaks. I confess I did not foresee such power among the young ones. I was a fool to discard you as mere insects. For my arrogance, I shall happily be your servant, until such time as my debt be repaid, or until the darkness is kept at bay.
Thank you, friend.
Thank you, human. Once more you prove me ignorant. Here, take this gift as my friend, and let us continue our journey. I have used the little power I have within to bless this party. I hope it will bring us fortune.
Pretty damn good strength. Again, amazing and intelligent speech challenges. Very good folklore. Kind of a weak magic skill, but at least it's there. Good at sneak challenges. Elves will always have piercing damage. Good traps. Very good health. Yeah, this is a great elf. 14. Whoo! We're gonna break down the bad quality one. I'm assuming you come equipped with this. We'll leave it on you for now. Don't need that. And he made all of us beautiful. Oh, you had the bad quality stuff equipped. Interesting. We do not need the elf in this group though. So what I'm gonna do, since we're so close to the village, is risk having her travel alone. The 2 squares it takes. And she will only stay here temporarily until weak links come back. And we'll move her into that group, and that'll be their main warrior. And like Ebentide said, we need to queue up another one of these. Alright, let's continue moving on. Let's hit that was the 4 Skull Ruins, I think. I don't know if we're going to be able to handle it just yet. Got another undead fight for our weak links. It's their preferred fights. Counter offense. Counter tic-tac. Confuse that first one. Alright. Let's go ahead and get some pokes out to get this kill. So poke. 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 He does not quite do enough damage to kill this one. Oh wait, yes he does. 25 and this is 24. Perfect. So we just need 2 cards to clear this out. We will do Hammer and Hans and that should be enough. I realize the weak links is a full group now, but they have some demons and some beasts that aren't too useful. They're just kind of fillers and sacrificial lambs. We don't really need any of this. So we'll keep at least one of the Pinkenets, or the Pinkenet, because I don't think the Holic counts. It just has the same image. So we'll keep the Pinkenet because, as Hans pointed out yesterday, it can be sacrificed to the Shadow Giant, since this group is not capable of fighting the Shadow Giant minions yet. Which means we will probably remove the Holic and put the elf in here. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. We never put that elf to work. That was my bad. She cannot gather, which is a little surprising to me. So, in the meantime, you will help make some more bigos. We will continue our journey to find gems.
A group of rugged-looking dwarves. Their faces are scarred, as if they cut off their beards with their axes, which they probably did. Their clothes are worn, and their eyes hungry. Only their weapons remain in perfect condition, the last remnant of their bygone heritage. One steps up and spits before speaking.
Money, or we'll kick your teeth in now.
Have you made some good baskets? I have. I haven't really paid attention if I've made a basket for everybody, so I could do that. We are going to get free mithril out of this, so we're going to do the social challenge and then kill them.
The lead dwarf spits and grunts at you.
Less talking, more doing, my hummy friends. I got little patience for talk.
Too bad. You have to listen to me, just like everybody else here. I guess I should leave it up to you guys. In these events where we know I'm going to win, would you still want to see me do the combat, or would you rather see me auto-resolve it so that we can get to other things? It's your call. I'll do whatever you want. I don't mind either one. Let's see. They are all level 8 and above, so our counters are not going to work except for this one and this one. Can I confuse that one? I can. Alright, this is nice and easy now. We'll poke it for the hell of it. There's the 8 damage to kill it. And then Shade, Pinello, and then you 3 will finish off the last card in the discard pile. Auto resolve is good. Auto is awesome. Well, that's 2 out of... I think I have 6 of you that watch me every single day.
Firm, showing off their strength and confidence. The dwarf leader listens to you, then speaks.
Today you shall eat well and sit with us by the fire, so that all of us may see tomorrow.
The dwarves look relieved at their leader's words.
If you are playing as the goddess Lada, share food with them. You have a chance of recruiting a dwarf. Otherwise, I like to kill them and take the rest of their gear and any other mithril they have. They gave us 7 for free. Alrighty then. Dwarves can't have spears. Always got to be mindful of that. So I will go out. No spear. That's good. Pinello will do her little poke. That makes it perfect so that I can kill it on my turn. Then we'll send the Villy out. Oh shit, I have another card. Counter. None of these counters are going to work. That's fine. Eventide will go out. So I killed this one. She definitely kills that one. Villy's going to do 30, which leaves this with 21. So Eventide will kill it. We'll send Ubislava out in case this has a spear. It did not. The reason I did that is if she gets wounded, she'll immediately heal it when she does her damage, which is perfect. You have to come up with another elven name. Oh, god damn it. That's true. Thank you for pointing that out, Eventide. Elfnamegenerator.com.
You have defeated the dwarven bandits. You realize a few of them have somehow broken their weapons in a last act of dying, but perhaps some can be salvaged.
Ooh, what do we got here? Not as impressive as I was thinking, but it's made out of steel, which we do need. That is a very interesting one-handed axe. We will keep that for now because it is an upgrade for one of our people. Don't need wooden armor. It's just too heavy for what it offers. This is the axe we already have, but ours is not bad quality, so we'll break that one down. We got a total of 25 mithril out of this fight. That's not bad. Lunar Star. You know, you just reminded me, noob, of a very early PlayStation 1 game called Lunar Silver Star Story Complete. I used to play the shit out of that game. and that alone sells it for me. Lunar Star. Alright, this axe. I know I have somebody who will love this axe. You have a decent one already. You have a speech one. Who has the most health? 32 and 46. You will enjoy the leech more. Cool beans. Alright, we have 3 more movement. Let's continue on. Ooh, ow. Malicious spiders. These should not be showing up anymore. This is kind of ridiculous. Thank you for the silk, though. Yep, me too, Coach Sick. Me too. That was a pretty fun game. And the whole Lunar series was. There were a few of them. Let's see. We need to go right here. Oh, we gained a level. Hopefully our Ville gains strength, but we'll get to that in a second. Our Holik gained 2 traps. Hey, it's actually useful now. Strength is always good. Noob? Man, what is up with you? You're just taking steroids. You getting strength every single turn. It's ridiculous, but very appreciated. Poison on the Queen Bee, that works. Cool beans, good level. Our main group, come on, Billy. Billy strength, Billy strength. Will, damn it! Ah! Pinello gained a single trap, starting to get useful. What else we got? You really don't need folklore anymore, Rubislava, because I think that was a set. I think it's our shade that is ridiculous. Yeah, our shade is ridiculous in folklore. I'm good for a gathering team, if only as a pack piggy. True. That's why I have you on the weak links. You're also their kind of best warrior right now until we get Lunar Star with them. Let's see. So overall, that's a pretty good level. Faint's the only thing that I won't use very much. You are a gatherer, so you gaining crafting is really weird. The Bouguet gaining attractiveness, he needs a lot of help in that department. Plenty of life though, that's a good sign. Cool. We finished one of the axes. Let's go ahead and put that on Lunar Star now before we forget. And how does that help her? So she now does 24 poke, and then her first attack will be 48, 70, 80, max 90. Pretty good, and we can buff that up more later on by making some dragon rings for her. We have no more, or we can't move anymore, and there's nothing to gather, so end turn. We're being attacked by more malicious spiders. Squash them with our boots.
There are strange noises in your village, Knight.
No, not again.
As you prepare to go to sleep and take one last look,
thank God we have the hex now.
You see that the ground seems to be moving. You shout to your fellow villagers and soon realize that your home is swarming with rats. So
if you don't have the capacity to do the magic challenge and you can't hunt them very well, because this is a 4-skull challenge. This is the equivalent of the werewolves we took on. So if you don't have those 2 options, you're going to lose children. Straight up. Because both of these result in the rats taking 3 of your kids and running off, and then you have to hunt them down to get your kids back. This one is a super easy fight against some hulking rats. It's very easy to win. It's the one I would recommend unless you are very well equipped with a lot of bodies, because this is going to be a fight against 9 fat rats and 3 hulking rats, and the fat rats are the next tier of rat that do quite a bit of damage and have a significant amount of health. We tried this once and got our asses whooped, but it was at the start of the game. We could handle it now, but I would prefer doing the Hex Challenge. So, FYI, for you guys.
Thanks to your knowledge of folklore and magic, you know there is a way to enchant the rats and get rid of them all at once. The first step is to perform an enchantment on a simple wooden flute.
Perform the enchantment. 4 times Hex, it's an auto resolve. Ooh, it gains permanent magic too. Fuck yeah.
You play a simple tune and the rats follow you, entranced by the music. You lead the vermin out of the settlement and into a nearby stream. And because of the enchantment, the rats all drown in the water.
We just Pied Pipered the rats. That's ridiculous. We gained magic on Lunar Star. This is very deceiving because the totem really buffs that up. I think she had a pretty low magic stat when we got her.
You travel through the plains until you discover a deep rift in the ground.
And it just dawned on me, I was wrong in my description just now.
Amongst the rubble stick out some enormous ivory bones of a dragon.
It's when a witch or a Baba Yaga shows up that she bursts into rats and they steal your children. That event, the rats steal mostly resources, but I think if you do the easy fight, they can steal children, but I can't fully remember. I think she had 7. Yeah, I think it was 6 or 7, something like that. Don't fully remember. This is a very good event if you get it at the start of the game. The only issue is you need to have a decent sneak skill amongst a part of your group. What you're going to want to do is take a closer look.
You notice that the rocks move unnaturally, and you soon realize that these must be rock trolls. You can either use the element of surprise and fight them, or try to sneak past unnoticed and collect some bones.
And the sneak challenge isn't too hard. It's a 2 skull. So as long as you have 3 people or more with a sneak skill of 6 or higher, would be my estimate, you'll be fine doing this. And this is an easy early resource of both dragon bones and dragon leather, which is really good if you haven't discovered it yet. And then if you're a badass, you could take them on in a fight. The problem is, while I feel like a badass, this is the wrong group. This is the weak links. They are not badasses. I don't even know if they're good at sneak challenges. Let's find out. Noob, somehow you're decent at sneaking too as a freaking warthog. Our hunter is amazing at sneaks. Barbara sucks. Mislav sucks. Isabella sucks. Wow. Pretty much everybody in our group sucks except the 2 demon, or the Pinkinet, the Holik, and our hunter. And Noob, for some reason, he does everything. Alright, we got this. We're sneaking. It's an auto resolve.
You managed to sneak past the sleeping trolls comfortably, and as the area was quite large, you were able to collect a decent amount of dragon bones and even some dragon hides safely.
And this isn't bad. This is enough hides to make 1 piece of dragon armor, medium armor basically, and it's some of the best you can get in the game. And it's very lightweight, so it's perfect for your gatherers, crafters, medics, so on. And then these dragon bones you could use for a variety of things. You could make strength rings using straight up bones to give you +4 strength. You could do dragon signets, which gives you leech on your attacks. Very nice. And then you could also use them for swords, weapons, so on and so forth, and it'll give you leech. You could also use it in buildings to get a track demon. So very good find right there if you're in the start of the game. We're almost to the point that we can start exploring. I'm going to hunt these wolves, auto-resolve it. No more movement.
The night is quiet and calm, but suddenly the ground shakes beneath your feet without any warning.
I wonder what the additional option is. I have yet to see what option number 2 is, so I can't even begin to guess what you would need to get it.
You feel the grumbling of the earth, and you fear Mokosh's wrath is upon you. But this tremor feels somehow different, less natural.
The only thing I can think of is I have not played as Mokosh very much, I think. So maybe that?
There is a series of distant thuds and groans, then several short yet violent rhythmic shakes. Then, slowly, the sounds and the tremors move away. As you make your way down a path, you hear some voices around a corner. You stop to listen in.
Shit, Gareth, your leg's all messed up. Oh, like serious, like. Oh no, I'm gonna gag. I can see your bone. For Horus's sake, Piglet, don't tell me that. Now I'm going to faint or something. Just hold on, man, hold on.
Oh, this one always makes me laugh.
As you peek from around the corner, you realize the two voices belong to goblins. One of them lies on the ground with his lower body covered by rubble. The other sits crouched by his friend, desperately trying to dig him out. But as soon as he moves any rocks, they shift, hurting the fallen goblin even more.
Alright, we are going to help them out.
The uninjured goblin almost jumps in joy, seemingly forgetting any potential danger from your party.
Yes, good sirs, please help us, please.
He cries out.
Alright, let's do this.
Satisfied there are no other dangers lurking, your group tries to assist the fallen greenskin.
And because we have tools, it's a single skull challenge, otherwise it would be a 2-skull physical challenge.
With the help of the tools, it should be easier, but you'll need to put your back into it.
Auto-resolve.
Your men use their tools to take out the goblin safely. He is wounded, but not critical. With some first aid, his friend should be able to take him home safely. The medic patches up the goblin, and it looks like he will live. His friend is overjoyed.
Thanks you, friends. Thanks you so much. I won't lie when I says I don't have much, but you guys really helped us out, so I got something more. Me and the sickly kid here, we were out scouting and we found something real interesting. Just be careful, okay? There'll be some trouble there for sure.
Talk about a tease. A single moonstone, you can't do a damn thing with that. And it's one of those resources you just want a lot of. Thank you, though. For anybody new that has joined us, if you would like to get your name in the game, just leave a comment with an M or an F telling me what sex of character you want to be named as, and I will throw you in there. Alright, we will check that out eventually. That's not a high priority, though. Let's continue up here.
You enter the swamps and carefully make your way down a path. As you come around a bend, you see some lights only a few meters off the path.
Cool, check them out.
It turns out the flickering lights were actually reflections of some creature's eyes. You think they are called swampers. When you get closer, you can definitely see a set of at least a dozen pairs of greenish eyes, blinking and looking at you from the bog. They are small and make no attempts to attack you, but from time to time you see spits of mud flying between them.
Okay, this is very unusual because nobody's wounded in my group. And this event is all about healing your wounds. So, don't know why the game threw it at me, but okay. Guess we'll do a auto-resolve sneak.
You sneak up on the swampers and catch their spits. You know you can use them
I
to
love
cure
that. Yeah,
any
I
wounds.
enjoy that event too.
You also know the spits will change into precious minerals, so you gather up more to take with you.
Cool. Thank you for the gold. Gold! We're quickly finishing our gear we set up, and we have only just now started exploring. Man. Okay, there... we cannot move anymore. Well, I guess I could go down here. Still nothing. How is our weak links doing? 134? We need more. Wolves, auto-resolve. See, this game confuses me. It threw those werewolves at us like, ha ha ha, gotcha. And now everything's back down to 1 and 2 skull fights. Let's see. So far, a whole lot of nothing. Ooh, we finally found wheat. Almost 400 turns into the game. We don't really need children at this point, because I think our population is... Yeah, we're above the soft cap of 30, so our children do not grow up as fast. So we're not even going to worry about gathering that wheat. Was I wrong and this doesn't connect up here? I kind of don't like leaving this gap right here. Let's head down and explore it. More coal. More spiders. Give me your silk. Thank you. Don't need that anymore. Daytime, we can fully explore now.
You enter what used to be some old city. Some of it lies submerged in murky dark waters, and a grim mist hangs in the air.
Search.
You search through the city, carefully trying to avoid any trouble, but the mist around you suddenly forms into the shapes of ghostly figures, and they attack you.
Ghosts! Oh no! Where's the Ghostbusters? Nah, it's a 2 skull fight. We're auto-resolving that.
You continue your scouting and find an old stockroom, still stacked with good resources.
I'm really only interested in 3 skull and higher fights at this point. Thank you for the malachite. That's nice. More little cheap gambling fodder. We only have this little chunk to...
You come across a hidden stash, and it looks like whatever is inside may still be intact.
Free stuff.
You have your
Always
loot
appreciated.
safe in hand, but you can hear something approaching fast. Perhaps a guardian of the stash. You have time to run, but maybe the creature hides more goodies.
Hey babe, could you get me some more water, please? Thank you. Alright, let's fight these things. It's just going to be 4 wild boars.
Stand your ground and face the approaching
4
enemy.
weaker versions of
The air
noob.
seems to get thicker, the ground feels shaky, and a sudden raising of the fog makes it hard to see who your assailant is. You feel a hint of dread in your heart.
Auto-resolve.
Turns out these were simply some boars defending their turf, or searching for prey. Still, you search their remains, hoping to gather some extra resources.
You thief. I asked my fiance to get me some water, and she does so with a smile, and then suddenly sneaks some M&Ms from me. Bloody thief. They don't need to know that. Okay, so wicker not bad, but we already have our nimblewood, so not too much good out of that, sadly. Still no gems. This is craziness.
You fall through the ground into a dark and stale tunnel. The fall was rough, but it is possible to make your way back up.
Weak links? They could take on a dragon, right? No, no.
You venture deeper and deeper into the tunnel until you reach a crossroads. You feel a slight draft from the left tunnel, and so you believe this one will lead you out. To the right, however, you hear a faint breathing of something big. This could be interesting or deadly.
I wonder if we'll get lucky and he'll give us some amazing gear
Turn
again.
left and travel for some time until you reach a small chamber. Beyond it, you can see a doorway leading upwards. As you walk towards the door, you are met by an old dwarf who must have been hiding here. His skin is very pale, his eyes white, and his whole body seems crouched, as if weighed down by something very heavy.
Hello there.
He looks longingly at the doors, then turns to you.
I was charged with guarding these tunnels. It is the last honor left to me. I cannot let anyone leave.
Why?
These tunnels were once the gateway to our home. During the darkness, the gates have been shut forever to defend against the evils outside. And yet, honor does not permit leaving these halls unprotected. No one in, no one out.
Time for bed. Lots of programming to do tomorrow. All right, Coach Sec, have a good night. Thanks for joining us. We will see you tomorrow, and good luck with your programming. I'm just going to assume it's in C++. I just learned about that at the start of the year. It was pretty fun. I enjoyed it. So, lucky you, if you enjoy that sort of thing, I guess. I fell in here by accident, though.
You fell through. The shame. These walls were meant to last forever.
But let me out. Auto-resolve.
So you see, Master Dwarf, you must fix your tunnels and then keep your watch. But we're just gonna leave you to it. The dwarf nods and hurries off into the tunnel. He throws you a bag and shouts,
"Thank you, kind travelers. Take my gift and leave."
So not much mithril this time. Some topaz for some gambling effects again. And then this shield, which is a speech and hex-based shield for the health. That's what Will does. Not too useful, so we're just going to break that down. Hopefully it gives us some ancient wood. That would be appreciated. Alright, continuing to explore. Can we uncover some gems, please? Okay, we found the coast. Are you a land bridge or are you a peninsula that's confusing? You're a peninsula confusing me. You bastard. So we do have to go up this way and over a land bridge just to see what this is. Holy crap. Alright, let's do it. Let's see, what sort of... It wants us to go down and around? That's weird. Okay. Well, yeah, it doesn't want us to go through the snow. That makes sense. Snow slows you down so much, it's ridiculous. Need boats in this game? Totally. Anything around us? Nope. No gathering. We'll slowly make our way up. Did that say 28 turns? No.
Over the last few days, your villagers whisper of a strange visitor to their homes. They say a woman was seen sitting by a stove, and the next morning, the whole family was sick with stomach cramps. The next day, the female was seen amongst the men and women in the fields, and those who saw her fell ill with a cough and could not work the next morning. Worse yet, she was seen at the playground with the little ones, and alas, they cried with a fever all night long.
Bet you better not take my kids.
You realize that the creature must be a Liho, a trickster demon that brings ill fortune to those it taunts. Your wise ones know the Liho well and advise 2 ways of dealing with it.
Let's use gold.
You know that the Liho likes shiny trinkets, but ones of true value, like gold. If you lure it with some gold, it will grab hold of the gift and stick to it, literally. You can then give this treasure to somebody, and they will thus inherit the Liho. Of course, you may get some enemies, but you will be rid of the Liho.
So I've never, I haven't gotten to high enough folklore to see this part of the event. I don't like being a dick very often in these games, but I want to see what happens when I be a dick in this game. So we are going to give it to some travelers and see what happens.
You gather up some gold from your stock and you place it in the village square. The Liho arrives promptly to claim her prize, and as she does, she shifts into a furry goblin-like critter that attaches itself to the goods. Within a few minutes it becomes invisible, but you feel its nasty presence. You pass the parcel on to some unsuspecting strangers who think they found a random treasure stash. Within days, you hear of bandits attacking people in anger in the area. Surely they're not the same people.
Oh god, so we have bandits around us. I saw that. There's a bandit right here. Interesting. Well, I kind of like that, because bandits will usually have resources and gear we can get when we kill them. So I'll let them hang out and come after us in the village. That's okay. Hey, noob, you finally didn't gain strength, and instead you gained health, which is still just as good. Mako, gaining some gathering. Still very nice. More poison for the queen bee. Very cool. Pinkin net, what is your... still not high enough to be useful for us, sadly. That's okay. More damage on our orc. That's always appreciated. And our main group. We really want to see strength on the... stealth on the Villy. Damn it. We just need a single strength on her. That's all I want. Pinello gaining more animal kinship. Not very useful. Tons of health, though, in this group. That's cool. Crafting on the crafter. That's okay. Eventide, you're stronger. Congratulations. More tactics, that's good. That's our traps, sorry. Traps. Moderately useful. We need that to be a 7 or higher to truly be useful. Good level though. And our village. Straight up damage, not bad. Would have preferred to see the strength. This is our medic. 2 strength on him would have been super helpful. But 2 damage, okay. What else we got? That's our main crafter. 1 more point and he will no longer ever produce bad quality gear. Fuck yeah. I'm very happy about all that. Unliving corpses and skeletons, that's fine. They'll be fine. Alright, let's continue up here. Oh, the snow. How I hate it so much. Both in the game and in real life. That did say 28 freaking movement. God, the snow is so bad for us. It slows us down so much.
And fall into a really deep ditch. You quickly realize you are not alone and that you have fallen into a viper's nest.
I don't think we have the animal kinship needed to get a snake out of this. Yeah, a 4? That's not going to get us anything. We're just going to climb out.
You manage to climb up before the snake's attack.
If you have an animal kinship of 7 or higher, I believe, you will be able to try to charm the snakes, and you have a chance of one of them joining you. And last time that happened to us, we got a Zamaze minion, which is one of the endgame snakes. It's very nice. And it became our MVP at social challenges, which was really weird. I don't want to fight said spider, because that's waste of movement. So we'll let them come at us. Get out of my way. That's fine. Hit me. I can kill you then. No, Silk. Come back alive so I can kill you again. Alright, here's those corpses. You are pretty tough, sir. If I hit you with the B, that's going to be 9 for a poke, which makes this 27. You're wounded then, so this is 16. Which makes it 43 overall. That's a kill. Now we will send a shielded unit out. Undead can't have spears. Like that. Bastard. We have no confuses. So that sucks. Even if we first action somebody to kill this corpse, our B only does 26 damage to an unwounded target. It's not enough to kill this guy. You don't even do enough damage to kill this if we first actioned you. But then, yeah, none of those are good plans. Let's go ahead and counter offense while we can. Do a counter tic-tac while we can. So I could first action 2 people, 6 and 5. Which means not a whole lot for us. We're just going to have to take this hit. If he hits Verislav, fine. We barely get wounded. If it hits the queen bee, she gets wounded a bit. Could first action the hammer. Did I have a higher first action that I just wasted on my counters? Because my hammer is a 7. Oh well. Let's get some pokes out on this guy. Actually, this one's gonna get a kill. So, what was this again? 20. Oh, so first action still wouldn't help us. He still gets his attack, so I don't really care. So we'll just send everyone else out, and we're done. He hit the bee. So it's going to be probably 6 wounds for the bee. 11, holy crap. Don't need any of this gear. That's a new hammer, but we don't need it. Luckily the bee is not bleeding out. More unliving corpses. This time for our actual group, so we are just fine. Pinello, that's a kill. And then we want a shielded unit to go out, so Leviathan immediately gets poked again. Bastard. Alright, let's get some countering going on. That's both corpses, so the rest are just skeletons. We have no first actions, but we do have confuses this time. So she kills that one, this one doesn't get an action. He kills potentially the skeleton, otherwise he wounds that one. We'll go ahead and get closer with him. Send the rest out. Perfectly done. Don't need the shield. Alright, let's continue. We're finally out of the snow. Freaking snow. Looks like we got more undead coming at us. Just skeletons. I'm gonna see what happens if we auto-resolve this fight. We took no wounds. That was lucky. Undead are very hit or miss on the auto-resolve. It could be an easy fight and you still take wounds, so it's kind of take your life in your own hands by doing so. While we're here, we might as well explore this. Because how often are we going to come up here? Unless this is where we find diamond. Jesus, more undead. 4 of them this time. Let's do it again. Still no wounds. Pressing my luck here. Alright, what do you got for me, graveyard?
The remains of an old graveyard. In the center, you see the burnt down ruins of what could have been a place of worship, likely belonging to immigrants from the Westerlands, as it is not the custom of your people to build such places.
Okay, let's investigate.
You search the graveyard, and among much rubble and forgotten gravestones, you discover a perfectly preserved crypt with some elvish writing upon it. The lid is secured with ironclad hinges and silver chains.
Read the inscription.
Read some of the elvish. A soul of a damned beloved rests here. Beware his love's damned power perverted by darkened blood. The rest of the writing is gone.
Check for other symbolism.
Considering the silver chains, the grave, and the inscription, you suspect a striga of some kind may lay within. Different people call these creatures by different names. Strigoi, vampires, and the such. The striga is not only bloodthirsty, it is known to devour your insides too. Worse yet, it is said that the creature's only link to its lost humanity is the love it once bore, and so it haunts its former loved ones and their bloodlines for eternity. You did not think the Elvenkin could become one, but who knows?
I'm not going to leave this place, and I'm not going to leave it for somebody else to deal with, so let's kill it and take its shit.
You open the crypt and walk in knowing you'll face a fiend. You charge in before it can surprise you. From the shadows steps out a deformed creature, tall, yet twisted in knots. Its skin dried out and flaking, its veins exposed, empty, yet strangely palpable. Its eyes red-shot with hunger, and its mouth filled with rows of razor-sharp teeth and long protruding fangs.
Thank you for the silver, now you die. Single Striga mastered, 2 Striga. This is the same as when you encounter Striga from a random event. So we got this. There's one Striga, not very strong. In fact, I can kill it with my poke. One of the Strigas can have spears, so you have to be concerned about that. Let's send myself out to soak that up if it happens. It did not. Freaking bats. Bats are annoying. Our hammer is in our tactical hand, unfortunately. So we have no counter offenses to make use of. Bats can first action things. It's very annoying. Let's go ahead and kill that bat. And then send out another shielded unit in Leviathan. Still no Striga with a potential spear. Very annoying again. Let's go ahead and counter Tic Tac. More bats. We still have a Striga and a Striga Master somewhere in here to worry about. Guess it doesn't really matter. Let's send Eventide to soak up the bat attacks potentially, and then Ubislava, because if she gets poked, she can immediately heal herself when she does her damage, which she didn't, so mute point. Alright, we have nothing but tactic cards left. Let's go ahead and hope we get the Striga Master. Fuck yeah, we did. That's how we roll. I'm just gonna wait. The reason I did that is so I can send my shade out and then shield her, just in case the final Striga has that spear, which the AI saved for the very end, and it did have a spear, bastard, and it tried to do some sort of counter on me. Nice and easy fight.
You have defeated the Striga. In the coffin, you discover a full set of armor, shield, and weapon that must have belonged to the damned. But alas, much of it is rotten away. Still, the silver chains alone are worth much.
So we got a gold sword, not very useful though, and a moonstone one-handed axe. Not bad. It gives us the magic. We might make use of it for now, but this is the big find. 18 mithril and 3 rubies. Very nice. So he had the leech axe, and she had the good quality speech axe. Well, we're pretty fine at speech challenges at this point, so let's take the magic. Oh, never mind. Too heavy for her. Way too heavy for her. Not needed. Also, I forgot. Noob asked us about baskets, and it does look like everybody in this group at least has a 4 or higher basket, which for our warriors we could at least make these for them. They're lighter. Oh, she doesn't even have one. Wah wah. So yeah, we could queue up a few more. Now that I think about it, I don't think our guys are busy anyways. Nope. Let's use some coal, and then that, and that. Confirm. Pop you up to the top. Let's go with 12 for now. We don't really need the 12, but we're doing that so we have a high chance of getting high quality or good quality baskets, which are more useful. They're lighter weight, and they are a 6 gathering instead of the 5. Now let's try to cross this land bridge, assuming that I'm correct in it being a land bridge. It looks like it.
You are ambushed by a shadow giant and his minions.
Hey!
You feel a gust of cold air as they approach, and you know they are filled with the darkness. The giant whispers, his voice ringing in your ears like an ice pick.
Give me your souls.
Water went down the wrong pipe. Dragon leather would boost that basket. I'll take a look. Oh, I hate when that happens. I'll take a look in a minute. Okay. I am not sacrificing anyone. So let's kick their ass. Unfortunately, our badass elf is in our tactical hand. But we can still use her to do some poke. Let's see, 48. Lord Yu is not going to accomplish much against it. However, I could do the double poke, and then I think he would be fine. Because that would be 23 and 9, so 32, and then is 19. So yeah, that would be a kill. It's not a bad play. And then I could send out Leviathan, who, until he got confused, had enough damage to kill the Shade, but bastard AI pulled a bitch move. That's fine, we're just going to confuse that Shade. And then send out Eventide. You, sadly, do not do enough damage to kill this thing, as is. You do 39 to its 44, so we are going to support you for 7. Now you kill it. And then let's get a little shade on shade action. Yeah. 35. 42. No. 44. What was I thinking? So that's a kill right there. So, kill. You kill whichever direction you attack. You kill whatever direction you attack. We do have to be worried about this one hitting us if Eventide attacks to the left. That's a little annoying. What is that? 36 damage. So whoever gets hit will survive. You make these Shadow Giant challenges look easy now. It's all about playing tactically and making sure you at least have moderate gear. So yeah, this is the only one that potentially will get an attack, and it's not going to kill us. It could cause the Shade to bleed out, but our medic is good enough that she's guaranteed to survive. So we are fine. We'll just get closer with everyone else. And she hit Eventide, so he took a little bit of wounds, but not much.
You defeat the Shadow Giant and its minions of darkness.
And they gave me gold leather armor, not useful, and moonstone. Thank you. Very appreciated.
A shade
and we got another shade.
Stays with you.
Ugh. What are you? You are pretty amazing. Holy crap. I think you're better than the other shade. We're gonna have to do a side-by-side comparison of them. Let's see, you're the one we already had. So, 48 armor versus 45. Pretty even. Oh, it's actually one level higher than ours. Let's see, 30 damage, 29 damage. You also can't really count these things, so we're going to take them off real quick. You have 1 animal kinship, so barely winning in that regard. 14 folklore versus 12 folklore. 7 intelligence, 8 intelligence, so that the new one wins that challenge. 5 magic, no difference. 5 poison, 9 poison, you definitely win that challenge. This speech is actually misleading because she has the blessing of speech for 1 more turn, so this is a 17 versus this one's 15. Still win that challenge. 9 stealth versus 8 stealth, barely. 29 strength, even. 27 will, 33 will. So they're just a few points separating them in everything. That's pretty cool. We only need 1 of them for this group though, but We're nowhere near home, so we're just going to have to carry the extra weight for the time being. But they will be the start of our new Misfits group. Alright, so I guess we'll keep the old one. We do need to change the name because having two shades is a little confusing. Shadow. And thing 1 and thing 2. Let's just open my viewer list. Oh, we got a few people. And one of them I know at least is a follower because the name is so unique. So we are gonna go with Panda Palapa. I was thinking about darkness. Hey, and there's Panda Palapa talking. Would you prefer Penumbra instead of Pandalapa? For those of you who don't follow art very much, Penumbra is one of the definition terms for the different sections of a shadow that something casts. Nah, stick with Panda? Okay. You got it, Panda. And welcome to the channel. I noticed you following me a few weeks back, but it was not when I was streaming, so I didn't have the chance to properly welcome you.
You come across a hidden stash, and it looks like whatever is inside may still be intact. At the last moment, you realize the stash is protected by a hex. Remember, without magic users, the fight will likely be impossible.
Ooh, it's hexed. Well, we got this. We got shit tons of magic with our Billy alone.
Hex. Whatever magic trick protected the stash is now gone. You are free to grab your loot.
That's pretty good. Some mithril and steel. Only reason we want steel is so that we can build in a building to hopefully attract orcs. I'm assuming this is undead or demons. We're gonna hex them. And a 2 armor button, maybe. Pinello, here's some more armor for you. Unfortunately, it's nighttime, so we can't see very far. Got some skeletons. Wow, auto-resolve has not been betraying us with them.
You are ambushed. A group of thugs stands in your way, bearing weapons and vile grins on their unshaven faces. They look determined and unafraid. From their confident stance and sideways glances, you suspect they may have friends hiding nearby. One of them steps forwards and speaks.
Your goods or your lives. We need some metals and a weapon or two. We're not too greedy. We can do this the easy way, or, well, you know the rest. We're just fine with either.
Apparently, we have enough attractive women that we can flirt with him. So, hi there.
You've got a pretty face and sweet talking tongue on you, so why not try and use it?
Laughs one of the men. The other bandits look a bit confused, but you seem to have captured the attention of their leader. You feel the captain is interested, but you do realize at this point that you'd better put your mouth where the money is, so to say.
So many sexual innuendos in that one little paragraph. My captain, your sword certainly is the biggest.
You flex your muscles and show off your best features. You smile, wink, and laugh at all the jokes, even when they're not funny. The captain seems to be more and more interested.
Flirt on!
Well, you tried to sweet-talk it with the bandit boss, but he wasn't buying it. His way of things is simple. You either give him the goods, or give him your special goods. No middle ground.
Give up the goods and have some special one-on-one with the boss. Try to negotiate more. I'm not gonna be a hoe. We're just gonna kill him. It's a female bandit captain. No wonder it didn't work. Let's see. The shade took the place of our medic. That's not a huge loss. That's actually beneficial for us. Let's see. You have a crap ton of life. Poking you wouldn't do a whole lot right now, but sure. Let's poke. And confuse. Oh, look at that spear. My, what a long spear you have. Let's see. We are also going to confuse this one. And counter offense probably not going to work. So let's get a warrior out of some kind. Let's get a shielded warrior out. Now let's go ahead and clear out some of these tactical cards. Perfect. I can first action somebody to get that kill. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Who can do 38 damage? The Shade could, but you can't be first action, so that's pointless. This is going to be 23, 29, 33, not enough. You can, and you can be first action. Sure, Beast Prov, do your thing. So that's a kill. This one doesn't act. The Villi will hit either left or right and won't kill if you hit right. At worst, your shield will soak 9 damage. So let's send another unit in me that can also soak that damage, and then everyone else.
You beat the bandits. They scamper away with broken noses and bruised egos. Some will never leave this place. You search their equipment and gather up what remains useful.
Which means a whole lot of nothing is useful. Yep, nothing was useful. Thank you for the spider soap, though. And the experience.
You travel through the hills in search of resources, and you come across the remains of an old
Ooh,
settlement.
can we get another orc?
The houses are small, almost built into the hills themselves, and despite the decay brought by the darkness, many look well preserved. You realize, however, that you are not alone, as 2 tall orcs step in front of you with their weapons drawn. "Halt!" one shouts at you in a deep, heavy drumming voice.
Let's talk this out.
The 2 orcs speak together in a foreign tongue, which sounds a lot like whistling leaves on a windy day. You make out a few words like deal, mistress, and vault, but not much else. The orcs step aside, and an orcish female steps in. She is even taller, muscular, and holds her head up high as she speaks to you.
"We got here first, humans, so don't get any ideas. But we may have a deal for you. We found something and it needs tools to open, and we have none. Give us your tools, and in exchange we will give you several weapons and some resources we found in this place. Deal?"
No, but we could work together.
The orc woman frowns, and her men take a few steps forward, but she raises her hand to stop them.
"Work together, you say? Why? We have never gotten anything but hatred and disdain from your kin. Why would we trust you?"
Because I said so. And besides, have you encountered my silver tongue? That got a rise out of my fiance. Oh, God. Alright, let's see. No counter offenses. Oh, this one has a very small chance of working, but I'm not going to waste my time with that. Let's just get warriors out to do damage. So 8. Some poison damage. Can't confuse that one. That's upsetting. What else we got? Ooh, we got some support allies that are pretty damn tough. Let's do that. So that's 19 damage potentially. If they team up, they would do 28 damage to something, which would kill this one. Would not kill this one though. It would still have 4 life left. Let's see. Alright, let's go ahead and counter the... wait. Orc fighters are going to be level 5 or higher, so none of my counter tactics will work except this one. That's 1 less to deal with. That's not bad. Alright. So if they team up, they kill this one. If they split their damage, that sucks, but not the end of the world. Or they team up and wound this one. Either way, they'll be fine. He's going to take 11 damage from this one. One of these two will take 8 damage from this one, or it'll split it and do 4 damage to each in the 2 rounds. So that's fine. At worst, if she takes the 8 damage from this one, she will also take 12, 16, 20 damage total, and she can survive that. So that's not bad. To ensure that she gets a kill if she attacks to the right, we're going to support her quite a bit. We're going to get her at least up to 14. That way she either kills this one by aiding them or kills this one on her own and avoids that damage. Then we need somebody to do 8 damage to kill that one. That's... or 7 damage to kill that one. So this is 6. And she can survive their hits if she gets unlucky, and that's 7. And then 4, support him. So now he can also kill this one. And the Queen Bee can't do a damn thing. Okay, they split their damage. That's okay. We still win. In fact, we didn't even lose anybody.
The conversation goes well, and so you end on a high note. So you see, we both have an image of our people in our heads. We think orcs are brutes who'll eat our children, and from the sounds of it, you think the very same of us. If we give you our tools, you may not find anything of use in the vault anyway. But if we work together, you keep your stuff and get half of what's in the vault. And we both learn that trust can be found in the strangest of places. The orc woman nods and smiles.
Oh, fine. You have a silver-tongued human, but I like it. Let's get the vault open, and then perhaps we can even drink together.
See, I told you you'd like my silver tongue.
Inside the vault, you find a supply of various wooden logs, some minerals, and a huge supply of dried, cured foodstuffs. You also find a small armory, but it is clear that whoever lived here treasured the food and resources more than anything else.
And then we're going to share with them because I want the chance at getting another orc.
You share the spoils and sit by the fire with the orcs. There is an awkward distance between the groups, but it is certainly progress.
Oh, this was the weak links. I wasn't even paying attention.
Turns to you once more.
This was a trip to remember, and I would not like it to go to waste on account of our mutual hatred. I give you one of my men. Not a good one, mind you. He's a measly thing, but perhaps he can prove his worth amongst your people. But in return, one of yours will come to live with us. Perhaps this way we will learn about each other and rebuild our land differently from before.
She looks away, her face frozen in thought.
See, if only I could choose which one to give them, or know that it was going to be one of these 3, I would totally take the deal. But if we traded an orc for an orc, that's a bad deal. I don't want to get rid of any of my humans, especially my 2 medics. And we can't say goodbye to Noob. He's been so badass, that would just be fucked up. So we're going to gently turn them down and see if she still gives me the orc anyways. We got ancient wood, which is good, and wheat, which would have been nice like 200 turns ago, but whatever.
Fine. In that case,
and we still get the orc. Fuck yeah.
Instead. He's truly a pain in my existence. If you don't take him, he shall be left here anyway. This way, we still keep a connection and you unburden me from an annoyance.
So now we have a good warrior in this orc for our team misfits that we'll be creating before long.
One of the orcs you have not noticed earlier steps up and stands by you. His head is hanging low. He's
That's totally a
much smaller than his
female.
warrior friends, and yet he still seems like a sturdy enough fella. The other orcs grunt something to him, and he nods to them. Then they all leave. The orc speaks in your tongue, but it's an effort for him.
Me happy to living in human house. Me thanking you. Me be hot track.
He bows and starts working on loading your loot without any delays.
So, not the greatest of orcs I've seen. I mean, it's pretty good strength, can't complain. The life is pretty low, though, for an orc. Orcs are naturally not very good at speech challenges, so this is actually decent when you take that into consideration. And she seems to be a little bit of a jack of all trades. A little bit of gathering, folklore, crafting, and dexterity. So, not bad. Looks like she's only coming with this very crappy sword. So we're definitely going to have to gear her out. But first, let's name her. And I know just the name for a female orc. I know this should go on an ogre, but we don't get ogres. Oat track. Except all of the orcs introduce themselves as Oat track, so that doesn't really work. We're just going to call her Fiona. We also gained a level off of that. Damn, noob! Look at you go! Got a lot of health out of that level. That queen bee just keeps getting poisoned. Why the face palm? And then a lot of strength. Pretty cool. My onions! Pork shield. I really gained stealth again. Damn it. Just give me that one strength. That's all I need. Just the one strength. I gained a little bit more damage. That's not bad. 15 tactics? Hell yeah. Eventide, you can now confuse shades reliably. It was the name. Oh, the Fiona name. Don't judge me. Ubislava, still useful. Pretty good, pretty good. And then our village. Snovid. 11 gathering to go now. Not bad. What else we got? 2 folklore on Dobromilla. Her first 2 levels, so very useless. That's okay. Alright, how much has they gathered? Almost 300. Damn. Alright, it is nighttime, so exploring is kind of pointless. Because you literally have to be standing on it to discover it. So, for the time being, we're just going to gather some food. Let's move you down. And we'll just hang out here until it's daylight.
As you delve deeper and deeper into the forest, the trees become taller and stronger with every step. Many are darkened, withered, or twisted by the darkness, but still, they are more glorious than anything you've seen so far. There is an air of mystery and magic around you. When you look up, you begin to see the trees are more than they seem. Slowly, as if some mist is lifted from your eyes, you see hanging bridges, then the frames of houses built into the trees themselves. Stairwells winding up from the roots to the very top, even sculptures and long-forgotten lantern holders. This must have been an elven city.
You were going to check something with the basket crafting? Oh, good point, Panda. I forgot to check if the dragon leather made better baskets than the nimblewood and spider silk. We will do that after this event. Thank you for the reminder. So let's take a look around this elven city.
The city has seen better days for sure. Now that you see it, You have no idea how you missed it before. Every tree, bridge, and house is grand and beautiful, but they look empty. Not only because there seems to be no
I
life
remember
here,
this
but
event.
there is a much
It's been a
deeper
while
sense
since we
of
got this event.
solitude and sadness. When you touch one of the trees, you feel a soft powder on your hands, and you realize that all of them are covered in a thin layer of grey ash.
This is the forbidden lovers between the orc and the elf. Let's climb up.
You try to climb up using one of the wonderfully carved winding staircases that should lead you right to the top of this wondrous city. You soon realize the grey ash is also very slippery, so it will be a real challenge to go up.
Not really. It's an auto resolve for us.
You step very carefully.
2 dexterity gain.
Effort,
Meh.
you finally reach the top.
It bumps her stealth up to a 3, so she had a 1 before.
The city grows within these treetops as if it were a natural part of the forest, and yet the houses are refined with intricate wooden carvings. The passageways amongst the tree branches adorned with colourful crystal formations that must have been used for lighting in the past. And every building seems like it was made with passion and artistry. You doubt how practical this was, but it is extraordinary for sure. As you stand looking in awe at the city frozen in time, you feel like there is something watching you.
Continue.
You search through many houses, still slowly and carefully so not to fall to your deaths. You find dining rooms set up for a feast, sleeping chambers with beds made up, playrooms with toys lying ready for use, and even an armory. Alas, when you try to touch anything, it turns into ash before your eyes. As you stand baffled in one such room, a soft, sad voice speaks to you. And thus you have followed my path and stand before me as I hoped. Welcome, young ones. I am Alice, once of the Silver Oak people. Now, well, a memory of the past, I suppose. When you turn, a slender, tall elf, garbed in green armor and long ashen hair, stands before you. Were it not for the ever-empty black eyes and the grey ash covering the soft skin, you would likely think this to be an avatar of the gods themselves.
Hello.
I am sorry if I have startled you, young ones. This was not my intent. I am the last of the old Silver Oak clan, and I was cursed to remain here for eternity, lest my people become ash, the same way you saw happen with any object here. As long as I remain, they are safe, but alas, never allowed to return home, nor speak to me.
Well, that's terrible.
To answer all your queries, let me tell you my story.
Just the highlights, please.
I was cursed by my lover whom I scorned in the past. I cannot leave this place, and no kin of mine may enter, lest they turn to ash. I now feel the presence of my lover nearby, and wish for you to ask him for my release. In return, I shall reward you with an elven blessing upon your return.
You got it.
Wonderful, thank you.
Ooh, thank you for the rubies.
If you do go, take this ribbon and show it to him. He'll know it was from me. Take this map I drew. It will show you where his tower now stands. His name is Zadra, and beware, he is of course a mage of some great esteem. Oh, and as you were so kind to me, here, have a small token of my regard.
Thank you. And it's pretty close to us, and assuming that this doesn't connect it to anything, we'll hit it up on our way back. It is now starting to become daylight though, so we can explore a little. That doesn't look like it connects, but apparently it does. Oh, that sucked up all of our movement to cross that. Okay. Well, let's collect some meat while we're here. And then we will take a look at those baskets before I forget again. So, going to the village. Production. Crafting. Baskets. Alright, so what I did before was nimblewood and spider silk. And that gave us a 12 weight 5 gathering basket. Oh, we don't have the dragon leather for me to even check it. So what I'll do, since they have gathered more than enough, oh, wrong group. More than enough dragon leather for now. Let's break camp and start heading back. And we can check it before we end the stream. I'll stay on long enough to do that. Being attacked by a boar rider. Oh, this is actually a very easy fight. Let's go ahead and counter offense. Counter tic-tac. Oh, can't confuse that one. That's fine. We'll just poke you and kill you right now with Lunar Star. Kill you. I said kill you. Thank you. And that should be enough right there. God, elves are amazing. Elves and two-handed axes, always the way to go. Don't need that, don't need you. Okay, weak links, continue the trek home. You guys break camp and continue to explore. Nimblewood is about all we've discovered thus far. Nothing there.
Set upon by a small group of rugged-looking dwarves. Their faces are scarred, as if they cut off their beards with their axes, which they probably did. Their clothes are worn, and their eyes hungry. Only their weapons remain in perfect condition, the last remnant of their bygone heritage. One steps up and spits before speaking.
Money, or we'll kick your teeth in now.
No, how about you give me your mithril?
The lead dwarf spits.
And then your
points at
gear.
you.
Less talking, more doing, my hummy friends. I got little patience for talk.
Too bad. And then we'll just auto-resolve
Your
this.
men stand firm, showing off their strength and confidence.
9,
The
not
dwarf
bad.
leader listens to you, then speaks.
Today you shall eat well and sit with us by the fire, so that all of us may see tomorrow.
The dwarves look relieved at their leader's words.
Too bad. Die. Imagine if you clicked on option 3. I know, that would totally suck. Like, yes, take all of my gear. Let me start over from the very beginning. Oh, that would blow so badly. Alright, we're going to send our Villy out, just in case they have a spear. And then, speaking of spear you. Villy kills you. He wounds the next one, so Janislav will then finish off the next one, in theory. There's going to be 22 damage on that one, which means 26 life. So yeah, he barely kills it and probably takes out that shield. Let's go ahead and wound it. Counter tic-tac, the final one. Just get that out of our hairs. And just step down the line. That should be good to go.
You have
Nice and
defeated the
easy.
dwarven bandits. You
24
realize a few of
total
them have
mithril.
somehow broken
Very
their
nice.
weapons in a last act of dying, but perhaps some can be salvaged.
Do not need any of this gear though. Wow, this place looks barren. Cane, that's not useful at all. Ho! Dragon lair. Dragon lair. Pretty sure that's what that says. We got some rock trolls to deal with first.
You hear a strange commotion coming from the nearby bushes, a sort of cross between a squeak and a deep grumble of a salivating dog. As you approach, you see a weird-looking brown ball of disheveled fur, with big yellow eyes staring back at you. The creature is no bigger than a fox and has bat-like wings, a snarly smile with a range of sharp teeth, and it smells badly. It is apparently stuck in some hunter's trap. You recognize the trap to be orc-made.
Okay. This is one of the few events where I advise you to be a dick. Because you can save the creature. He's still going to die, but he will thank you by giving you a map to his old mistress's house, where she is like this ghost that is haunting it. You'll kill her, There might be a small chance of getting a ghost. I can't be certain. I don't remember. It's been a while. And you'll get random resources and a little bit of gear. Not very useful. The only thing good out of it really is the experience. But if you be a dick and you kill the creature, it leads to a sickness challenge. And if you succeed at that sickness challenge, some of your people will gain permanent health, which is super helpful because not only does it make you survive better in a fight, but the more health you have, the more likely you are to survive being wounded and bleeding out, because the calculation is determined by your maximum health, no matter how much you've lost. So I advise killing the creature, doing the sickness challenge, and gaining that health.
You walk over to the trap and push your weapon through the small creature's body. It lets out a final gasp and then disintegrates into a pile of brown slime. The stench is unbearable. There seems to be a shiny object inside the goo.
Ooh, shiny object. Gimme, 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 gimme.
You reach in only to realize it was only the light playing tricks on your eyes. Or perhaps it was a final act of revenge from the brown furball. Before long, you and your party feel weakened and dizzy. It looks like the goo might have been infected.
And if we're lucky, this health is going to go on our hunter, because he is super weak in health, and one of our medics. That would be the best two options. So let's fight the sickness, which is a 1 skull challenge. It's very easy to survive.
You are stronger than whatever this creature was carrying,
Fiona.
And your people are fine. One of you even feels their immunity rise from the ordeal.
So not the best option, but still. And because she now has over 21 or over 20 life, she just naturally heals 3 health every turn. And the way that works, everyone heals 1 life per turn, period. And then for every 10 life above 1, so that means 11, 21, 31, so on and so forth, you gain an additional health healed every turn. And then when you're camping alone, as long as you have wood and food, adds another 3 health healed to that.
You come across a hidden stash, and it looks like whatever is inside may still be intact.
Okay, we will take it.
Safe in hand, but you can hear something approach. You stand
and we're
your
gonna
ground
fight
and face the approaching enemy. The air seems to get thicker, the ground feels shaky, and a sudden raising of the fog makes it hard to see who your assailant is. You feel a hint of dread in your heart.
Alright, we're gonna fight. Is this gonna be 4 wild boars? It's an easy auto-resolve fight for us.
These were simply some boars defending their turf, or searching for prey. Still, you search their remains, hoping to gather some extra resources.
If you are able to do a 3 skull fight, this is a good way of getting wicker near the start of the game if you haven't discovered it. And one more turn and we'll make it home and we'll check that out. Now, we have a rocker on top of what I think says is a dragon lair. So let's clear the rockers out first. We suck at tactics fights, so we're just going to straight up kill these guys. I think we'll be fine. Oh, fuck. We have that extra shade made us lose one of our better warriors, so that's a little unfortunate. The rock troll is the hardest of the 2 creatures we'll be facing. So, options are... we can first action quite a few cards, so we can guarantee that kill. I can even confuse it if I wanted, because we have a 16. That's very nice. For now, though, I don't remember what level rockers are, so it's not worth it doing our counters yet. It's going to be in my interest to poke. And then let's send out our best warrior that cannot be first actioned in this shade. Okay, the rockers are nice and low level, so we can counter offense, counter tactic. We're going to go ahead and confuse this one just to make sure that it doesn't hit us. And I can still first action 3 cards. Well, let's look at our options. If we first action Ebentide here, that's going to be 35, 39, 43 damage. And then his damage is going to add it to be 53, 62, 68. Not enough. So Eventide doesn't really work for us. The other option is sending Leviathan, which is going to be 48 damage. 58, 67, 73. Still not enough. So instead, I think I'm going to first action Imislava and Beast Prov to team up with him, because then that's going to be 22, 47, 64, 83. Yeah, that's enough to kill. Alright, so let's do that. First action him, send her out, first action her. And then both of these have 34 life, which either one of these guys will get that kill, so we're fine. And for as hard as that fight should be, we didn't really get anything good out of it. We're going to break that down. Yep, that is a dragon's lair. I'm very tempted, but I think I'm going to save that for tomorrow. So we will continue exploring for now. Maybe that'll spit out some dragons for us. That would be awesome. And let's move up with these guys, drop off our stuff so that we can check what I've been wanting to check for a while now. So much crap. Drop that off too. Keep all that. Drop you off and you. Restock our wood. Okay. Also, we have too many things in this group, and we wanted to pick up Lunar Star. So we're going to drop off Queen Bee and the Holic. Oh, never mind. I wanted Fiona to go into our next group that we create. So we'll keep the Queen Bee. Alright, let's do that test real quick. Crafting baskets. So the one I'm making right now is Nimblewood with Spider Silk. That's a 12 weight, 5 gathering basket. And the question was, what if I used dragon leather? Doubles the weight, but adds one more gathering. So that is better in the gathering sense. And if it's good quality, that'll bump it up to a 7. It just becomes the question for, say, your medics who have very limited strength. The better option for them will probably be the Spider Silk. And we have other things to worry about than the baskets at this point. With that dragon leather, we can now make dragon armor, which is super powerful for everyone, including your warriors, and you will eventually upgrade it to straight up mithril armor, which only adds like another 6 or 8 armor, but also gives shielding instead of leech. But this is amazing for your gatherers, your crafters, your hunters, all of your weaker characters, because this is very lightweight for a very high armor. So we'll move that to the top. We are going to make a shit ton of these. Oh, can't make as much as I was hoping. So let's do, I guess we'll start with 10, because I got a few other things I want to use the dragon leather for. Fiona and the Holic will help. Damn near make one every turn. And I think we will save the rest for tomorrow. So I want to thank everyone for coming out and watching Thea the Awakening by Muha Games. I'm Demordred. I stream every day except Saturdays starting at 7 p.m. Pacific time. If you enjoyed the stream or what you saw while you were here, please come out and check us out again. We appreciate the support. This video will be up on YouTube, usually within an hour, sometimes an hour and a half if the connection's being a little slow. So, until next time, game on, friends, and have a good night.